Hello friends, welcome to the channel Simplify Maths. Today we are going to learn about least common multiple, which is also called LCM. So what is LCM? So LCM is like another concept like the HCF we learnt in earlier video, which was highest common factor. So LCM of two or more numbers is the smallest number which is multiple of each of those two or more numbers. So in simpler words, let's take an example. Let's take two numbers 8 and 12. So we have to stress on this term which is multiple. So we have to write the multiples of 8. So what are the multiples of 8? So they are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48 onwards. Similarly, let's write the multiples of 12. They are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 and onwards. So basically you can see we have written the numbers from the table of 8 and numbers from the table of 12 basically. So out of these numbers now we have to find the smallest number which appears in all these two series. So 8 is not common, 16 is not common, 24 is common. So this is the first number which has appeared common in these both series. There may be other numbers like 48 which is common, but we have a number which is less than 48 which was 24. So 24 is the least number which is common between the multiples of 8 and 12. So we can say LCM of 8 and 12 is 24. So another way to understand this concept is LCM of two numbers is the smallest number which can be divided by each of those two. So you can see here, if you take for example 16, that can be divided by 8 but cannot be divided by 12. If you take 12, it can be divided by 12 but cannot be divided by 8. And if you take the next number which is 24, it can be divided by 8 and can be divided by 12 both. So 24 is the LCM. So this is the basic concept of LCM. So we have two easy methods to find LCM of two or more numbers. So first method is the prime factorization method, and next is the common division method. We have discussed both of these methods in the earlier video about HCF. So here we will be using both these methods to find the LCM of two or more numbers. First, let's discuss about the prime factorization method to find the LCM of two numbers. So let us take two numbers as 40 and 36. So in the prime factorization method, if you remember, we used to write the prime factors of both the numbers. So 40 can be written, let's start from the lowest prime number which is 2. So 40 can be divided by 2 and we will have remainder as 20, and 20 being a composite number we can further divide by 2 and it becomes 10, which can be further divided by 2. So you can see here we are having these prime factors of 40. So in the similar way we can write the prime factors of 36. So let's start with 2 and we will have 2 into 18. Further divide 18 by 2, we have 9. Further divide 9 by 3 and we have left 3. So these are the, you can see these are the all prime factors of 36. So now what is LCM of 40 and 36? To find the LCM, what we will do, we want to include all the prime factors of 40 and 36. We have 2 common, we write 2. We have 2 common, we write 2. 2 is not present in this but is present in this, we have to include this. 5 is not present in this but is present in this, we have to include that. 3 is not present in this but is present in this, we have to include that. And 3 is not present in this, is present in this, we have to include that. So how much it becomes? 360. So we have to understand here how we are including the prime factors to derive the LCM. So basically when we write all the prime factors of both the numbers, and when we pick the prime factors, we pick the common ones only once, because 2 was common, we only pick them once, but which are not present in both, we have to include them as well. So if 2 is present, additional 2 is present here but is not present in this, we have to include that once. And same way we have to include 5, and these 3 were not present in this, the 40 number, we have to include them because they are present in 36. So each of the number gets a representation, each of the prime factor gets a representation in the LCM, but the common ones only get a representation once. This is a simple concept here. So let's take another example. Let's take an example of 24 and 15. So prime factors of 24 are 2 into 12, 2 into 2 into 6, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. These are the prime factors of 24. For 15 we have 3 into 5. So they are prime. So now if we see here, when we write LCM of 24 and 15, we have this 2 is not present here, so we have to include that. This 2 is not present in this one, but we have to include that. This 2 is not present in this, we have to include that. Now this 3 is present in this and this both, so we will only add that, like include that once. And there's no 5 in this but is present here, so we will have to include that as well. So LCM becomes 120 is the LCM of 24 and 15. So this is one method, finding LCM of two numbers or more using the prime factorization. So next method to find LCM is using the common division method. This method we had discussed in case of the HCF video as well. So we will again use this method to find the LCM. So let's take the same examples of 40 and 36. So how we use this method? So we put both the numbers and we start dividing by the prime numbers starting from the lowest one. So we have 2, we divide, again divide. So if you remember, in case of HCF, the moment we don't have a common number, we stop there and only use this. But in case of LCM, we have to include all the numbers, all the prime factors, but leave include the common ones only once. So we have common ones here, but now we don't have a common one. So now we have to see what is the next prime number which can divide at least one of them. So next is 2, but it will not divide 9, so we will keep 9 as it is. So next we have 3 that cannot divide 5 but can divide 9. We have again 3 which cannot divide 5 but can divide 3. we are having the quotient as 1, and now we have 5 which can divide 5 but cannot divide 1. Okay, so now you see here, these are those prime numbers which are appearing at least once in these numbers but are not common. So now the LCM will be the multiple of all these prime numbers. So LCM will be 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So this is 360. So this is the LCM. So same way we can use this method to find the LCM of those earlier example like 24 and 15. So let's start again. We have 24, we have 15. So let's start with the lowest prime number, which is 2. It can divide 24 but cannot divide 15. Next is 2, it can divide 12 but cannot divide 15. Again 2, it can divide 6 but not 15. 3, it can divide 3 and 15 both. And 5, it can divide only 5. So LCM will 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. This is 120. So this is the way we find the LCM of two numbers using the common division method. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever a new video is posted. Thank you very much.